You know, folks, well, first of all, this is the second attempt to do a video I did yesterday in a short time. Right now, I still got plenty of time to do this. I don't have to be at work till 5:30 tonight. So, 5:30 tonight, today, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I thought I'd kind of give more thoughts on the whole ROH situation, ROH Destination America deal, and basically what TNA could do in case the rumors and reports and everything are true that Destination America is going to cut them in September, around September and October of this year. Excuse me. Well, as far as Ring of Honor's deal goes, ROH's deal with them goes, ROH basically made a deal, along with Sinclair Broadcasting, I guess. Both of them made a deal with Destination America that I guess was more attractive, in a sense, to Destination America than I think the deal they made with TNA. I mean, technically, and I'm sure a lot of people have talked about this already, from Jeff Shiegel, the Schleg Daddy at OTR Central, Vince Russo, I'm sure Bill Apter's talked about it. In fact, he talked with the president or owner of Ring of Honor, from No DQ, Del X-Man's going to probably do more information on it. I know they're going to talk about it on PWR this weekend. But anyway, the deal basically that ROH made with Destination America, which I seemingly think is a more attractive deal for Destination America, I guess in their eyes, is that Destination America will be airing the 1-hour Ring of Honor programming that airs the weekend before. So in other words, what I'm trying to get at here, trying to think about what I'm going to say. But like I was saying, basically the deal ROH made with Destination America is that Destination America will air on Wednesday nights the 1-hour ROH episodes that premiere on the weekend before on the Sinclair Broadcasting Group. So in other words, like this weekend, for example, starting either tonight, tomorrow, on Sunday, you will have the tapings from about a couple weeks ago during Global Wars. And what that does, at least that's what they're advertising. And what that means is once you get that on Sinclair Broadcasting stations, then if you didn't catch it then, or you don't have access to a Sinclair Broadcasting station, then Destination America will air that same episode of Wednesday night. That's what they're saying. Now, they're advertising the main event, the main attraction, if you will, the featured match to be the Briscoes against the House of Truth. As far as they're saying. So I don't know if that's going to be from another taping like a couple weeks ago or what. I don't know. I'm assuming it will be because they want to build towards Best in the World in a few weeks. And that too, in a sense, makes this deal even sweeter on the Ring of Honor side of things. Because, yes, they get the word out about the Best in the World pay-per-view and everything, and anybody that has pay-per-view, anybody that has cable, or DirecTV, or Dish Network, they have access to Best in the World. They will have access to watch Best in the World when it comes on. But for those that don't have, like I say, Sinclair Broadcasting, what this deal does as well is not only does it allow Destination America to just re-air the episodes that were aired in syndication on Sinclair Broadcasting networks over the weekend at a much cheaper price, if not for almost free price, almost like for free, but it also, for the Ring of Honor's benefit, it gets people, it draws in more of that audience that wants to see Ring of Honor, that are ROH fans, and can only see Ring of Honor through torrents or through paying the premium price or whatever on ROHwrestling.com to watch those syndicated episodes there. It allows them to finally see almost up to date, and like I said, almost up to date airings of Ring of Honor. And it gets more eyes, not just on the product again, or gets those ROH fans that can only, like I say, see the episodes through the Ring of Honor website or even through YouTube on delays or something like that, or even through torrents. But it allows them to hype up. It allows Ring of Honor to hype up in front of a larger audience, best in the world. And what that means is if you can get more eyes on your product, especially leading into one of your most important pay-per-views of the year, and your main event, and especially with your main event being title for title, champion versus champion, then to me this is a gold mine opportunity for Ring of Honor, because the more eyes you get on your product, the more possible pay-per-view buys you'll get when Best in the World is available live. Not available live, but when Best in the World comes out in a few weeks, I think on June 13th from Terminal 5 in New York. So, that to me is a benefit. That to me is the benefit for Ring of Honor right there. Great benefit. And actually, it's good timing, smart timing on their part, because they look at the fact that, hey, we got a big match. We got a historical match happening here. Champion versus champion, title for title. Why not do what we have to do to get more eyes on that product? Because, yeah, people are going to hear about it through the YouTube channels and stuff like that. Stuff like that. But, but not everybody's going to, but the thing is, even though a lot of people will hear about it through torrents, reports, and all that, not torrents, but YouTube, online reports and stuff like that, and even the Ring of Honor website, for Ring of Honor, basically, this is an opportunity, like I said, for them to get more viewers, even newer viewers, that newer fans in on the product, and that way they can at least acknowledge and build to the fact that this is a historic match, and that you need to see, this. Like, you don't have to be a full-fledged Ring of Honor fan. You don't have to be somebody that tunes in religiously all the time to watch us or any other wrestling program, but we're letting you know that this is a match you have to see on pay-per-view, because this might be a one-time only affair. So, again, like I said, it benefits them with the timing, because when you think about it, yeah, they would have gotten a lot of views, maybe a lot of pay-per-view buys, or a decent amount of pay-per-view buys if they just remained on syndication. But now with that Destination America outlet that they have, this deal going on that they have with Destination America, it opens the door even wider to where you have more people's eyes coming in, and you have more people hearing about your pay-per-view upcoming and hearing about this main event, that financially, pay-per-view wise, it's going to probably help you in the long run, because it's going to get you more pay-per-view buys, it's going to get you more viewers on your product, on your promotion, and it's going to hype up the importance of your pay-per-view, Best in the World, especially your main event. So for Ring of Honor, the timing for this deal to go down couldn't be any better. And for Destination America, I guess it's a sweet deal as well, because like I said, they're almost getting it, and even Jeff said this, the Schleg Daddy said this, and I think even Vince Russo said it, that technically Destination America is getting the Ring of Honor programming almost for free. I mean, basically, like I've said and anybody else has said, they're taking, basically the deal is, all the syndicated Sinclair Broadcasting episodes of Ring of Honor, like this weekend's, will be re-aired on Destination America. So there's no need to have to produce another episode of Ring of Honor exclusively for Destination America. There's no need to do that because technically everything's already in the can, set and ready to go. And that's it. There's no additional programming. There's no reason to say, oh, we want you guys to do a live taping and all that. No, you got everything already set and ready to go. You don't have to, like I said, have people in your ear of how to do this and that. You've got things set and ready to go and off to the races. And when one looks at it, depending on how you feel about Sinclair Broadcasting, this is a mutual agreement between them and Destination America, as well as Ring of Honor. Basically it's a mutual agreement that Destination America, according to this deal, from what I understand, they can't stick their nose in Ring of Honor's business. Ring of Honor will still be able to run things the way they want to run them because of the deal they have with Sinclair Broadcasting, which allows them to do that. So that's a good thing on their part. Now, as sweet as this deal is, a lot of people still ask how long the deal is going to be. Well, in case you haven't heard, the deal is going to go for the rest of the year. It's a 26-week trial. Look at it that way. It's like a 26-week trial to see if Ring of Honor is going to fly on there. That's what it is. And, the deal right now, everybody said that even though it was, some might say it was kind of like dirty pull by Destination America and Ring of Honor to do this, especially what's going on with TNA. Even though some people might say that, some people look at it in a more positive light, like, hey, for Destination America, it saves them money financially, and they don't have to worry about having, a wrestling company produce a live show every now and then, or do this or do that. They don't have to worry about it. So, to me, I do agree with that. I do agree on that. But again, like I said in my other video, I just think it's unprecedented that you end up having two rival wrestling promotions on the same network on the same night. So, but again, it benefits both sides of Ring of Honor. Now, if the trial is a success, now for anybody that's an ROH fan, look at it this way: if the trial is a success, if this trial run on Destination America is a success, then you can expect Ring of Honor to remain on there for maybe another year or so, another 26 weeks. Basically, you can almost expect a year's worth of Ring of Honor if the 26-week trial is a success. Because like I said, when people look at it, financially it's a win-win for both sides. Destination America, despite how you feel about them doing this, saves money in the long run, and they don't have to depend on Ring of Honor having to always put together a 2-hour, 3-hour show or anything like that. They could just say, okay, Ring of Honor, do your they could just let Ring of Honor do their thing because it's part of the agreement between them and Sinclair Broadcasting that, like I said, just allows them to re-air on a more national scale the Sinclair Broadcasting episodes that aired in syndication over the weekend. So that, to me, even though I still kind of find it strange that both rival promotions are on the same network on the same night, to me, I look at it like, it's a win-win. But if I was Ring of Honor, honestly, I wouldn't want to be a lead-in to TNA. I'd want them to be the lead-in to me, so that you could have people get the feel of TNA and be like, yeah, it was fun and everything, and then they hear Ring of Honor's coming on and they say, ooh, Ring of Honor, let's check this out. Because they may have heard of it, may have seen it. You get the idea. I think it would have been better if TNA was the lead-in, but you want to possibly position Ring of Honor according to some as, if you're Destination America, according to some, you want to position Ring of Honor as probably your replacement for TNA, then why not have TNA be the lead-in? Just saying. But again, we got to look at it like this: if the 26-week trial is a success, then you can expect Ring of Honor to remain on there for quite some time. If it's not, hey, it's no big loss. Ring of Honor still goes to Sinclair Broadcasting. But then, on the positive side of things, that opens up the door to all these other syndicated networks that might want to deal with Sinclair Broadcasting and say, hey, we want to bring Ring of Honor here. And, there you go. Or we want to bring Ring of Honor to our network, so there you go. I mean, there are plenty of stations here in the Central Valley region that I know people would love to have Ring of Honor on. There was a channel 189, which is KAZV, that did all pro wrestling on Saturday mornings. I know they would love to have Ring of Honor, honestly. Just saying. But again, that's also, in a positive light, that kind of probably expands the possibilities to get more syndicated stations as well to air Ring of Honor. That's what I look at. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I have to agree, it is a good deal. I'll say this, it's a cost-efficient, money-saving deal for both sides. On one hand, and it's a win-win. On one hand, Ring of Honor, they could do their own thing still. And on the other hand, Destination America is basically getting, wrestling programming for almost nothing when people think about it. Now, as far as TNA goes, I look at it this way. We don't know what's really going on with TNA and another thing with Destination America. Some people say that, TNA officials telling their talent in the conference call not much about what's going on. They're saying, we can't discuss this and that with our deal, what's going on at TNA, and what's going on with us and Destination America. But, we want you to help plug Ring of Honor. Some people, like at the Wrestling Source podcast, say it's kind of dirty pool, if you will, kind of undermining, if you will, kind of, I don't know what one guy said, shady, I think they said, that, the TNA officials, Dixie Carter, Bob Ryder, or anybody, doesn't want to discuss with the talent what's going on with Destination America and TNA, but yet they want to push Ring of Honor. So, to me, it's like, I do agree that it's kind of wrong not to let your talent know what's going on, but you need to. You need to let your talent know what's going on. I mean, even at my job, sometimes they don't let us know, by the way, they don't let us know, sometimes they won't let us know certain things in advance, and we got to find out later on by ourselves, and whether or not it's good or bad, we probably will say something, but we'll keep it to ourselves. Like there sometimes might be a changing of assistant managers or store managers, and here's the reason for this, and here's why we're bringing this guy in or this girl in, And it's like, okay, whatever, it's no problem. It's like, okay, you could have told us what you were doing. Like we have this one assistant manager at my job that, apparently everybody, it's kind of like it's mixed about. They're like, she's an okay person, but she still has a lot to learn, especially when it comes to scheduling. Just saying. And it sounded like maybe she got talked to recently too. I don't really know. But anyway, there's situations like in any job to where shady tactics are done and you don't find out about something until later on. And then even though you'll probably be okay with it because at least you still have a job, you still want to know why they didn't say anything. Why they didn't just tell you sooner. So I think in all honesty with any kind of business, any kind of company, you have to let your associates, your employees, your players, if you will, you got to let them know what's going on in the business. You got to let them know what's going on with the company and what the future holds for them and what the future is going to hold for them. That's what you need to do. You can't hide it. You can't go out and say, we can't really say right now, but we'll let you know when we can. You can't do that. You got to give them a clue. So I do agree that it's kind of shady tactics. If that's the